Hello, Panthers. I'm going to show you how to access and best utilize our library databases. But first, I want to quickly give you the reasons why you would bother to use them instead of Google. I know that all of you know how to do a search on Google or whatever search engine you use, but do you stop to think about those results that you get? Keep in mind that on the internet, anyone can create a website on any subject, whether they're an authority or not. This makes it difficult to find credible information. It's fine if you're looking for a recipe to make pancakes or to find out who won the Broncos game, but it's not ideal for academic research. Also, search engines can give you millions of results for each search and only give you a few options to narrow it down. So it's hard to scan all those results and find the most reliable ones. So for finding accurate, useful information quickly, the internet is simply no match for databases. Now let me tell you about databases. Databases allow you to find information not freely available on the web. Think of it like a subscription to Netflix versus just trying to find free movies using Google. Your results will really look different. We have access to about 120 different databases. So there are thousands of articles, books, journals, and primary sources that were chosen because they're written by credible authors, such as journalists, professors, and experts in various fields. Databases are filled with credible content and also give you powerful search tools to find the most relevant results. So when you search a database, you'll spend less time searching and find better information to support your research. So let me show you how to access them. Keep in mind that databases are subscription-based. That means that they have content on them that are not freely available to everybody else on the web. We're lucky because our library system has given us quick access. You don't even have to have a library card. Just go to the Pomona website, click on Learning, and then on the library webpage. Next, click on Research. Here's the link that takes you to the databases. But first notice here that I've listed my picks for the best general databases. These are databases that you can start off with if you don't find any that are specific to what you're researching. I'll show you those and how to find them in just a minute. First, let's jump to the database portal on the left side once you get in here. Once you get in, there are subject categories. You can begin by looking at the categories to see if one of them fits your topic. You could find a specialized database that's dedicated to one of these areas, or you can start with a general database such as EBSCO's Explorer, which is what I'll show you now. Once you choose a database, it'll ask you to log in. You could use your library card if you would like, or you could use our Pomona login, which is Pomona and any number between 1 and 20. And then our PIN is 8101, or our Pomona address.
And now, as I'm showing you how to use the databases, I'm also going to share my top 5 research tips for you. Number 5, use keywords, not questions. Unlike in Google and in other search engines, you'll not get satisfactory results if you type an entire sentence or a question, such as, how are vaccines developed and approved in the United States? Let's just try a basic search with 1 or 2 keywords. We'll try vaccine development, and let's see what we get. So think of appropriate words or phrases, including synonyms, broader terms, related terms, and narrower terms. Revise this list during your search process by noticing words that keep popping up in your article summaries. Take a look at how many results you got and the type of results that you got, then ask yourself, how much information is available on my topic? Are there better terms that I could be using? Will I need to narrow or expand my topic? Number 4, do a Boolean search using and, or not. Nearly all databases have an advanced search option that lets you do sophisticated searches by combining the various concepts you've already identified for your search. Using the operator and will retrieve articles that mention both terms somewhere in the article. If one term is contained in the document and the other is not, then the item is not included in the resulting list. So this narrows the search. An example is to use the words vaccines and development and that'll narrow it down only to articles about both of those words together, not each one individually. Using the operator or between the two terms will retrieve articles that mention either term. The search for vaccines or immunizations will retrieve articles that mention either term. The use of or generally will retrieve a larger set of results, so it broadens your search. Or is especially useful when you're searching with terms that are synonyms or that deal with the same basic concept. If you wanted to exclude terms, you would use the Boolean operator not. For example, if you're interested in the subject of vaccine development and approval, but wanted to also research how it works outside of the United States, you could exclude all items that are about the United States by using not the United States. Number 3, use truncation. In order to get all variations on a word in your search, you could use truncation. Basically, this is just using the root word of what you are searching, then using an asterisk at the end to include all forms of that word. For example, we can write VACCIN for the beginning of our vaccine research, so that our search would include any ending to that word, such as vaccine, vaccinate, or vaccination, etc. Number 2, use limiters. Most databases have limiting features that will let you focus the results of your search. Just click on the advanced search and check out what each one has to offer. You may be able to limit your searches to retrieve only scholarly or peer-reviewed articles. You could limit to particular date ranges or a particular type of publication. There are so many options available, so just see what might help you in your search. Number 1, use a variety of sources. Keep in mind that we have access to over 120 different databases through the Jeffco library, so be sure to check out some of the others as well. In the example of our vaccine research, we used a general database, but there are several great databases, such as one called Opposing Viewpoints, that will give you different perspectives around a controversial topic. Be sure to check out a mix of journals, books, news articles, or even videos. And as always, if you need some direction or support, be sure to ask a librarian. If you can't stop by our library, you can email me at domiller@jeffcoschools.us. Last great features of the databases I'll show you are the tools. Google has nothing on the databases when it comes to making your life easier during research. Once you find a resource within a database that you want to use, look over on the right-hand side. Here you'll find a toolbar that will be very useful to you. I don't know about you all, but sometimes when I've been doing research online, it's not easy to save articles to come back to them later. Sometimes I just can't find them again. Databases makes this easy. By clicking on the Google Drive button, this article will automatically be saved into my Google Drive. I can make a folder within my drive for that project to keep them in one place. Once it's in my drive, I could choose to open it with Kami or Google Read and Write to annotate it digitally so that I don't even need to print it out. The second great tool within the databases is the citation generator. Click on Cite, choose the correct format. In our case, it most likely will be MLA. Just cut and paste into a works cited document that you will, of course, revise and properly arrange later.
Finally, if you're reading through an article and you'd like a word pronounced for you, just make sure to click on the HTML version of the article, highlight the word, and then it will read it to you. You could also have the entire article read to you if you'd like.
So, there we have a few useful tools available to you through our databases to make your researching easier. As always, if you have any questions or need additional support, email me at domiller@jeffcoschools.us, and I'm here to help. Happy researching!